This hearing will come to order. Thank you to all of our witnesses for participating today. And a particular thank you to Mr. Harris, who I understand is joining us from Hawaii, where it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd also like to thank Ranking Member Senator Ben Sasse for working with me to put this hearing together. I am truly grateful we've been able to work together on this important topic. It's too important to let it fall victim to the trap of the typical partisan gridlock here in Washington. And thank you as well to Chairman Durbin for attending today. Generally, when people hear the term algorithm, you might think of some very complicated mathematical formula or piece of computer code. But as many of us have become increasingly aware, algorithms impact what literally billions of people read and watch and impact what they think every day. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, the three major tech companies represented in today's hearing, use algorithms to determine what appears on your screen when you open and engage with their applications. There's nothing inherently wrong about that. With billions or even trillions of pieces of content to choose from on each platform, it makes sense that they should have a way to help us sift through what they think their users are looking for and what we're actually seeking. Advances in machine learning that made this technology possible have led to enormous good in other contexts. Machine learning has driven innovation across many industries, from medical science to public transportation, and has allowed companies to deliver better services. But many have also recently argued this advanced technology is harnessed into algorithms designed to attract our time and attention on social media, and the results can be harmful to our kids' attention spans, to the quality of our public discourse, to our public health, and even to our democracy itself. What happens when algorithms become so good at amplification, at showing you content that a computer thinks you'll like, that you or your kids or family members end up spending hours each day engaged, staring at the screen? What happens when algorithms become so hyper-tailored to you and your habits and interests that you stop being exposed to ideas you might find disagreeable or even so different from yours as to be offensive? What happens when they amplify content that might be very popular but is also hateful or just plain false? As I noted, Ranking Member Sasse and I worked on this hearing, and one of the main reasons for that is because we truly don't see these as partisan questions and don't come to this hearing with a specific regulatory or legislative agenda. But this is an area that requires urgent attention. As Mark Zuckerberg himself recently put it, and I quote, "When left unchecked, people will engage disproportionately with sensationalist and provocative content, which can undermine the quality of public discourse and lead to civic polarization. And if we're so polarized and angry we can no longer hear each other's points of view, then our democracy itself suffers." So, as quaint as some might think it, Ranking Member Sasse and I plan to use this hearing as an opportunity to learn about how these companies' algorithms work, what steps may have been taken to reduce algorithmic amplification that is harmful, and what can be done better, so we can build on that knowledge in considering a potential path forward, whether voluntary, regulatory, or legislative. I look forward to hearing from the representatives of Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube who've agreed to testify. Each of these platforms has taken a number of measures in recent years to curb some of the harms that algorithmic amplification can cause. It's also my hope that these platforms can build upon good practices, learn from each other, and make a significant difference. We'll also hear from two outside experts who can help us ask some bigger picture questions and to narrow in on some of the strategies and tactics we could or should follow moving forward, including whether and how legislation might improve the practices that these and many other platforms use. Thank you, and I'm now going to turn to my ranking member, Senator Sasse, for his opening remarks.